Let's watch The Apprentice Season 18.
Fighting it out for his funding. 18 ambitious entrepreneurs.
It's actually quite impressive. I recognise these people, and I watched this series when it came out last year, but I couldn't tell you a single thing that happens or who wins, which I'm not sure who that says more about me and my memory or them. Hello?
Could you
JLB credit?
send the candidates in, please?
Oh, fuck off, please. That can't be... We can't get rid of that. That's the best bit of this entire series. And everyone agrees with that. There's not been a single comment saying, oh, not another one. We're going to have more reaction videos because I'm inspired. Squozen Frozen 1645 said that when I was reacting to Jordan's speech in season 19, he expected the kind of the clip from the In-Betweeners.
And that's what we're trying to embody in our brand today.
Lovely speech about kind of male kind of mental health and empowerment. Not really sure what it has to do with the rest of the brand.
Well, that's awful. Obviously.
But not.
What?
Well, it's not relevant, is it?
Reading that comment, I was like, oh, fuck. I need this person to edit my videos.
There was no TikTok, no Instagram, no iPhones.
That's Alan's Zeitgeist tapes. It's like TikTok, Instagram, and iPhones. You know, that's the only thing you guys need to know about. You know, anything else, basically irrelevant. They're the only things that people care about nowadays, Alan. It's just iPhones, TikTok, and Instagram. That's all young people care about.
You call yourself the Del Boy of business or something?
My friends call me Del Boy. I am an online fitness coach, but for mums and mums-to-be only.
I'm not going to say she's not Del Boy. I'm not. You know, I think Del Boy's a state of mind, but I can't imagine Del Boy selling fitness classes to mums and mums-to-be only. Why would he limit his pool of potential clients? That's not Del Boy.
Paul the pie maker. Phil, you're a pie owner again.
Sorry, there's two people selling pies here. Why? Why does everyone want to sell pies? Did the producers not think, well, you know, we can't have a pie v pie final?
I'm going to send you to the stunning Scottish Highlands, where you'll be running a corporate away day.
It's a massive difference to the first task from season 19. You know, the Scottish Highlands, lovely. I'm not going to shit on the Scottish Highlands. I think they are beautiful. But it's not Austria, is it? You know, really interesting to kind of consider how the producers spend the budget year on year, because the Highlands is way cheaper and it's way less of a splash than Austria is.
Boys, we're here. Scotland. Look at this gaff as well. That is unbelievable.
For the boys. Look at this gaff, guys. Fucking crazy.
So just based on that, a lot of people have a fear of water. I can't swim. So I think it's just a lot safer to go with the land option.
Sorry,
This is like Nadia choosing the fucking sausages. Yeah, I think we should go for the land option, because I can't swim, in the same way that I think we should go for the sausage and mash, because I prefer it.
So I'm going to take the lead on this. I'm going with sausage and mash.
That's a mental reason not to choose the water option, especially given that they're not going to have to spend ages doing risk assessments. As someone who has written hundreds and hundreds of risk assessments in my professional career, they're not fun. You know, if you can avoid writing one, i.e. you can avoid writing a difficult one by doing a low risk activity, absolutely. You know, I'll be the first to say, let's do that. But they're not writing a risk assessment. We know they're not writing the risk assessment. So just do the high risk one, because the risk management has been dealt with by someone else. That's like the dream. Do the fun thing.
Let's just have hands up for the lock tour. Okay, well, I guess we're going to have to go with the lock tour.
If that happened this year, that would have been, yeah. So most of you voted for the lock tour, but nah, I don't want to. We're doing the land tour. At least you respected the democratic will of the people.
Boring! The key thing we want is no refunds. Yes, yeah, no absolutely. Refunds. Yeah.
Do it for free then. Just move you down a little bit. You're a little bit high. I was looking up at you, and as a 6'5" male myself, I don't be looking up at you. You know, you don't be looking down on me. I'm 5'7", but
I would like to put myself forward for sub-team leader.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
We need to have a discussion. Obviously, we're going to split up. We need to have a discussion about numbers.
yeah, cool, yeah. Wait. Oh, you still want something? Fucking hell. Fine.
We want it to be an alcohol-free kind of corporate event.
Alcohol-free.
So this is the origin of the not buying alcohol, and how dreadfully it went means that in season 19, Karen actually has to step in to give them alcohol. I can predict that at least the alcohol is going to come out to bite them this time.
I want you to negotiate with the price, but Paul, I want you to secure the deal.
Mate, I'll close it like a barn door.
That's such a mental way of trying to do a deal. That like, oh, you're going to negotiate, and then you're going to come in at the end. Like, how do you know when to come in? No, this is a mental way of doing this.
We would normally do something like this without alcohol.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, so they would do it without alcohol. Maybe they'll be fine then. I've gone out on a limb and said, well, they're not going to do alcohol. That's going to be a big problem. And the client has just said, yeah, well, we don't normally do it with alcohol, so...
He's made you look a right knob.
Beautiful rhubarb crumble. 10 people, if we went for this, it's £500.
£50 a head? And I suspect they have to cook it themselves. So how on earth can they justify £50 a head?
I shouldn't think you'll get much change out of £1,000 when all said and done. £1,000? I should say about £1,000.
Looking at the price of the alcohol, we should probably skip the alcohol. I think water on arrival.
No. Okay. So what's right? I was just wrong about which team it was, because the girls' team have been told basically alcohol, whatever, we don't give a shit. We don't expect you to have it. The boys' team actually went in and sold that there will be drinks throughout the day, and they've just chosen, some lemonade and some juice.
So we didn't go with any alcohol. A glass of Prosecco was going to cost £9.
£9 per person. Phil, whatever's done's done now. See you later, guys. See you later.
We got this, boys.
Positivity. Yeah, we got a positive spin on this, guys.
guys, just be positive. Just be positive. It'll be fine. Like, don't worry. You've fucked up majorly. The boys have lost. They haven't even done the actual away days yet, and the boys have surely lost this.
I can't lie to you guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it that far.
You got it?
Why is she even on this sub team? Why is she on the sub team here? There's no she literally can't swim. Just don't have her on this side. So you had a hair on you, so I had to just take it off.
Am I halfway yet?
Am I halfway yet?
Fall forward toss.
That's somewhere around the 280 mark.
You deliver it on your own at an absolute push. I could provide you the equipment for that.
And no offense to this guy. He looks exactly like I thought a Highland Games champion would look like. But how on earth is the equipment hire £280 for a day? It looked, and maybe I'm wrong, I'm speaking from a place of ignorance here, but it looked as though that was some sticks and some stones. I could offer that, 20 quid. And you know what? You can keep them as well. Just consider that next time, guys. Come to me.
All the equipment is literally rocks and sticks. We could have literally built that ourselves for free.
Now, I know that's Nor, and I know that's Nor not for good reason. I've seen memes of things that she's said, and if I agree with her, that says not great things about me.
Off a task, and right now, my calculations are that we're only making about £600 in this whole thing.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
I don't have a problem with them working out that they've spent loads of money here. I think it's good to count as you go, to know how bad it's going to be. The flip side is that again they weren't able to communicate. Why were they not able to communicate? Why weren't they able to say, oh, by the way, we haven't got quite enough money from the client, so let's look at saving some money here. Oh, Highland Games are 270 quid, but we don't really get anything for it. Nah, let's not bother. They can't have that conversation.
My only concern, so we had our meeting yesterday morning, and there was alcohol was mentioned, and alcohol was expected.
And again, why couldn't they just have a phone call? Oh, by the way, we're about to do drinks. Let me know if this sounds good. Oh, there's no alcohol in there. Okay, let's fix it. Like, this is just, in today's corporate world, you just drop a Teams message.
We're trying to have a Teams meeting, you fool.
You just drop them a Teams message, just say, oh yeah, by the way, it's what I'm doing. Everything okay? Thumbs up, end of. No problem. But there's none of it. Microsoft, you need to sponsor The Apprentice so they use Microsoft Teams to communicate more. Please, Bill, please.
Time will you be arriving for lunch?
So, 2 o'clock is lunchtime, right?
2 o'clock eat, 2 o'clock arrive.
2 o'clock arrival.
See, I really like that they've asked, what time do you want? You know, when you say 2 o'clock, is that arrival or is that food? And they basically, pretty clearly there, said, we're going to arrive at 2. Probably food needs to be basically ready, so maybe eat at 2:10. That's what I take from that, which is really clear, really useful. You know you're aiming for 2:10 for the starters.
Anybody notice anything different about this river that they might not have seen before? Does anybody know why it's a bit brown? So it's actually peat from the soil.
Well, it's a good thing it's not just pooey water. Actually, what is peat? Is peat just old poo? Oh no, it's decomposed plant matter. Okay, maybe it is just poo. No, it's not. Don't worry, it's not poo.
It's not piss.
Give us the fact. Sure, no problem. Great. So this is a tributary that actually leads down to River Ken. And yeah, so, any other questions?
Give us some facts. Yes, it's a tributary that leads down the River Ken. Anyway, we gotta go. Come on, you don't want to bore you with facts.
No, they want to be on my face.
I'm a doctor. I've handled very stressful situations, so Phil needs to give me a bit more space to really follow the instructions and trust me. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
I think being a doctor doesn't mean you're a good cook. They are unrelated, and vice versa. You know, Chef Ramsay probably wouldn't be fantastic in the operating theatre. You know, you don't expect him to be good in the kitchen necessarily, but he's just so arrogant.
Breadcrumb on the right. The
Yeah,
on the right.
something's not right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the crumble is. The girls have been using crumble, which is sweet, on the fish cakes because they thought they were breadcrumbs.
Okay. I said the boys are going to lose because of an alcohol. It now appears the girls have used the rhubarb, like the crumble topping, as breadcrumbs.
Here, hold 'em beer.
That sounds genuinely kind of disgusting.
Both feet on the edge here.
These cameras, you know, I think they thought they were eating with them, but they left many, many crumbs. In fact, so many crumbs that they've put it on the fish cake. The crumble topping. It's fine. It's fine.
Chef Phil.
Chef Phil.
Enjoy your meals, guys.
Do you think that's breadcrumbs? I don't think that's breadcrumbs.
No, it's part of a special, different meal. It's not breadcrumbs. No. It's actually a fine dining experience. You need to frame it.
At 45 minutes behind schedule.
What's going on?
What's wrong?
This food has been waiting here for absolutely ages.
Over an hour.
Like,
45 minutes late. I meant to arrive there at... It's actually only 35 minutes. I mean, that is quite a bit of time, actually, for food, because a toad in the hole doesn't really take that long to cook. So, okay, now that's pretty major.
The client was really clear. They wanted a 5-star meal. Half the crumbles are burnt and the other half are raw. I mean, nobody wants that for lunch.
Okay, the girls have lost. I was right. I was right originally, like ages ago. I'm flip-flopped between who's going to lose.
I'm really sorry the food's not been up to your standards.
We have to leave because it's becoming like over our time.
We have got the Scottish dancing ready for you guys.
Oh, they're already late as well. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Is this like it's this task? It's the corporate away day that's always a disaster.
Do you prefer green or black olives?
We need to leave.
Can I just say, if you can spare any money at all in terms of a tip?
Yeah, I know you need to go, guys, but my tip. If you want to give me a tip, you can. You know, you can obviously leave at any time, but if you haven't given me a tip yet, you should probably consider giving me a tip. Please. I need a tip. Thank you. There's my tip.
Remember what Phil said to us?
It's £9 a glass.
A glass? So
it doesn't make sense.
I love that from Andre. That doesn't make sense. We've seen through the lies of the Jedi. That doesn't make sense.
Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan. I see through the lies of the Jedi.
Obviously, they got it wrong. You know, it's clearly giving me £9 a bottle rather than £9 a glass, but he didn't try and mislead you. He just made a mistake. He got it wrong.
Really disappointed in the hospitality team.
Honestly, seems like the girls' team actually had more fun. So I'm going to go and say I think the girls win. But only if by a whisker.
I can't swim, no.
Don't worry about it, because Asif can't dance. So.
As if.
First thing in the morning, Up pops the project manager, and you say, I'm not happy about getting in the water.
She can't swim, so like the error she made was not asking to swap at this point. It was not swapping earlier. You know, she shouldn't have been on that sub team to begin with, because her being there was completely pointless. Because she can't swim, because she could never do the second bit, and I don't know why she put herself in a position where she had to, because she was in charge. Like, it was literally her shout. But realising the mistake you've made and actually adapting to it, that's better than not.
I was delegating tasks to...
Delegate to us too?
Teamwork. No, did a bit.
No, it wasn't teaching.
Look, Alan, I'll cut to the chase,
Yeah,
shall
go
I?
on, please.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, cut to the chase.
£9. Wait, sorry, guys, shush. Just tell the truth.
Hey, guys, tell us the truth. Yeah, don't keep lying to us. You gotta tell the truth now, guys. They told the truth the first time. They just made a mistake. There's a difference between lying and being wrong. You know, if every time someone was wrong, they were lying, the whole world would be liars, because everyone is wrong at some point. It doesn't mean there's malice in it. So, pisses me off. I like Trey, but this pisses me off. The girls' team, and again, I've spoken before at corporate away days, it's a major problem where having two different clients have two different expectations. Having no alcohol is cheaper than having alcohol. Alcohol is expensive. Alcohol is an unnecessary, potentially, expense. But apparently, you know, the boys just have to swallow that? Seems a bit unfair. Like, I know the girls' team wanted like a nicer kind of food and maybe better hospitality experience, but...
They didn't have dessert, they didn't give tips, it was a complete and utter shambles, everything was prepared.
They didn't give tips. No, they didn't give tips, you're right. Please give me a tip.
Can I just say, if you can spare any money at all in terms of a tip?
That leaves you with a profit of only £122.43.
I'm surprised they made any profit at all, given how bad it was. But there's how many are on each team? 9 on each team. £13 for 2 days' work. It's not big money, is it?
Giving them a profit.
And any refunds?
Well, the client gave us a lot of feedback. And as they won't be surprised here, not much of it was positive. 52%.
Oh no! Yes! Mate, they haven't done the fucking maths yet. You haven't got a profit anymore. Oh.
Gotta come, I need to get the numbers up. Were you 3 and Tara? I'm stuck on 5. 4. But if Kerry comes as well, that'll make it 6. 5.
That's bad. And it makes you look like an idiot as well.
Giving them a loss of £506.
Well done, ladies. I've laid on an amazing house for you, and there's a welcome drink waiting, so please enjoy.
Yeah, go have a drink. You deserve it. Don't spend more than £13 a head on those drinks, though.
Off you go.
I do like the way he's off you go. So he's literally just fuck off, isn't it?
That's £5, please.
That's not what I ordered.
Get out of my pub!
Why we failed this task? Time management.
Verdi is responsible for the failure of this task.
I think Verdi has to go. You know, the delay that they had is basically the problem with what happened. He's also project manager, and at this point in the process, project manager is responsible for most things. So the booze thing, yeah, it's a bit of an annoying error to make, but whatever. I was right though. Girls won. That's the kind of thing. That's what you're watching for, I reckon. Is my insightful view on who wins a previously shown and recorded video.
Was also the business negotiation, which the other team proved that they got £46.
Yeah, I strongly disagree there, Paul, because even if we'd have got the full 300, we'd have still have been short on the girls.
He's not wrong. This, you know, Pie Man 2, as I'm going to call him, is absolutely right that isn't enough of a thing. You know, if they got the full amount they wanted, well, no, not what they wanted. If they'd been able to negotiate a bit better, they still wouldn't have beaten the girls. Ultimately, the issue is the time management. They oversold, they underdelivered, and yeah, the underdelivering is maybe on Pie Man 1's fault, I guess, to a certain extent. But time management played a massive part of that.
So the 2 people I'm going to be bringing back to the boardroom are Ollie and Steve.
Wait, who is that guy? Who is he? I don't think I've seen him once. Ollie? I don't know who he is. Maybe he goes. I genuinely don't think I've seen a single clip of him. It is also the first week though, so like getting fired for doing fuck all is a bit unfair. Oh wait, he did the brownie without the flour.
Oh no! What have you done? What's that? We forgot what's the flour for?
Yeah, I mean it fundamentally made no difference that he fucked that up. So I don't think he goes. Well, maybe he does go. I don't think he should go. I think the project manager has to go. I think it's Verdi's fault.
He wants you to invest £250,000 in an events business. This was an events task and it cost you money. I do think
that's quite an important thing, that his business is events. The first task that he project manages is an events task and he fucks it and loses money. Like, if nothing else, that's fireable, I reckon.
Ollie, I'm sorry to say, mate, but you're fired.
I mean, he did fuck up the only thing we saw him do, but Verdi needed to go.
You had the balls to take on the task, which I like.
The balls to take on the task, but to fuck it up, like.
Well, it's been a fantastic experience on this process.
What do you mean? It's been a fantastic experience, this process. You've been here all of 25 minutes. You've had a total of like maybe 10 minutes of TV time. It's not been a fantastic experience, has it? Really? Let me know who you think should have been fired from this episode. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week. Toodle pip.